Trump intervenes in dispute over Ethiopia's Nile Dam. The Global Construction Review newspaper. A potential route through the impasse between Egypt and Ethiopia over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, under construction on a tributary of the Nile River, has emerged after the countries involved met in Washington with U.S. President Donald Trump. The meeting of foreign ministers had been scheduled with U.S. Treasury Secretary and the World Bank President David Malpass, but Trump's involvement took some by surprise since it was not publicly scheduled. Trump tweeted, "Just had a meeting with the top representatives from Egypt, Ethiopia, and Sudan to help solve the long-running dispute on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, one of the largest in the world, currently being built." Trump added, "The meeting went well and discussions will continue during the day." Trump's involvement will be seen as a victory for Egypt, which has called for help from other countries in its long-running dispute with Ethiopia over how quickly the vast reservoir of the GERD will be filled. Egypt fears that filling it on Ethiopia's timetable of 3 years would dangerously cut the flow of the Nile, which Egypt relies on almost exclusively for fresh water. It prefers a 10-year time frame. Years of talk have failed to produce an agreement since a trilateral declaration of principles was signed in 2015. After meetings with the foreign ministers of Egypt, Ethiopia, and Sudan, which is also downstream of the GERD, the Treasury Department released a joint statement saying that the ministers agreed to try to find a solution by 15th of January 2020 and would attend to further meetings in Washington on 9th of December and 3rd of January. If an agreement is not reached by 15th January, the ministers would bring an international mediator, according to the Article 10 of the 2015 Declaration of Principles. In between the Washington visits, it was agreed that the country's water ministers would hold 4 technical meetings with the U.S. and World Bank attending as observers. The statement signed by foreign ministers of the 3 countries acknowledged the importance of the Nile to the countries and reaffirmed their joint commitment to reach a comprehensive, cooperative, adaptive, sustainable, and mutually beneficial agreement on filling and operation of the GERD.